Question number 15. As we continue from where we stopped in part 8. This is part 9. The market in which the operators are many and none of them can influence the price is dash. A. Stock exchange market. B. Imperfect market. C. Perfect foreign market. D. Exchange market. The answer to question 15 is C. Perfect. The market in which the operators are many and none of them can influence the market is C. The answer is C. Okay, let's move ahead to question 16. The concentration of industries in a particular geographical area is dash. The concentration of industry, let's say textile industry or telecom industry or any kind of industry. The concentration of industries in a particular geographical area is dash. A. Localization of industry. B. Rules of industrialization. C. Location of industry. D. Strategies of industrialization. The concentration, when industries concentrate in a particular geographical area, it is called A. Localization of industries. Localization of industries. All the following are the canons of taxation given by Adam Smith, except all the following. Remember that what you are watching now is part 9. And if you watch this very video, if you watch it from now till the end of this video, I'm going to give you free JAMB syllabus and free JAMB past question. If you watch from here till the end of this video, you will qualify to get free JAMB syllabus from me and free JAMB past question on all your 4 subjects. Very, very important. All the following are canons of taxation given by Adam Smith, except A. Objective. B. Economy. C. Convenience. D. Certainty. All the following are the canons of taxation given by Adam Smith, except C. C. Question number 18. The answer to question number 18 is A. All the following are canons of taxation given by Adam Smith, except A. Objective. You know, Adam Smith was the one that wrote Wealth of Nations. He was one of those he founded most of the principles of economics, the foundational principles. Okay. Census can be classified as dash. Census can be classified as dash. A. De facto and de jure. B. Increasing and decreasing. C. Over and under. B. Optimum. Census can be classified as A. De facto and de jure. Come under the comment of this video and tell me, just make a few research on this and tell me in the comment section. A firm that charges the maximum price without attracting competition from new entrants is dash. A firm that charges the maximum price without attracting competition from new entrants is dash. A. Oil firms. B. Monopolistic competitive firm. C. Monopolistic firm. D. Perfectly competitive firm. The answer is simple. If a firm can increase their price the way they like without attracting competitors, then they are C. They are monopolistic firm. They are what? A monopolistic firm. Okay, I hope you are following. Also note that beyond this video, if you need me to give you access to all the parts from part 1, part 2, part 3, all the videos we've done on economics, you can ask me in the comment section and I could send them to you if you are a member of our channel, if you're a registered full member of this Noble Tutorials YouTube channel. I can give you all those ones free of charge if you are a member. A monopolist, that is why you need to go over to your textbook and study everything you can about monopoly. Monopoly, types of monopoly, reasons for monopoly, industries that we have causes for monopoly. This is so important. If you have not studied monopoly, whether you are writing economics or commerce or marketing, monopoly is so important. A monopolist has the power to influence the price of goods and services. Therefore, he is a dash. A. price maker. B, price taker. C, price system. D, price competition. The answer is A. He is a price maker. He decides the price, right? He decides the price. He makes the price. He doesn't have any competition. Okay? Which of the following business units, question 22, pay attention. Which of the following business units can issue shares? Which of the following business units can issue shares? A, partnership. B, you know there are some companies that you can buy share from, but not all businesses. A, partnership. B, public limited liability company. Okay. C, sole proprietorship. D, central bank. The answer is partnership cannot issue shares. A sole proprietor who is just struggling to start his business, one-man business, cannot issue any share. Central bank do not issue share. The answer is public limited liability company. B. I hope you are learning. I hope you are learning. We now move on. Which of the following are examples of transfer payment? Don't also forget that if you need all the link to all other videos we've done on economics, let me know. Also, I need you to know that beyond the economics, we have done videos on government, literature, use of English, the JAMB novel. We have done a lot of videos on chemistry, physics, biology. We have done a lot of videos on all your subjects. So if you need me to give you the link to all the videos free, all the videos we've done on all your subjects, let me know so that you can sit yourself down and prepare. Just let me know in the comment section. Which of the following are examples of transfer payment? A, gifts and donations. B, rent and rates. C, profits and dividends. D, internal and external debts. Which of the following are examples of transfer payment? A, gifts and donations. B, rents and rates. C, profit and dividend. The answer is A, gifts and donations. These ones are not major payments you make as a business person. They are just transfer payments. The technical relationship between this question 24 we are looking at right now. The technical relationship between physical input and physical output of a firm is dash. The technical relationship, pay attention. The technical relationship between physical input and physical output of a firm is dash. A, utility. B, cost. C, demand. D, production function. The technical relationship between the physical input and the physical output of a firm is dash. A, utility. B, cost. C, demand. D, production. For question 24, the answer is D, production function. Production function is the relationship between the physical output and the physical output of a firm. Now, I have an assignment for you. I need you to come under the comment and give me a one-sentence brief definition of A, utility. B, cost. C, demand. Then D, supply. 4 things. Give me just brief definition. Don't jump the assignment. Your exam is closed. And there's a reason I'm giving you this assignment. Give me definition of utility, cost, demand, and supply, one by one in the comment section. We now proceed to question 25. The income elasticity of demand of normal goods is dash. I told you that elasticity of demand, supply will always come out for you. The income elasticity of demand of goods, the income elasticity of demand of normal goods is dash. The income elasticity of demand of normal goods like water, normal goods, is dash. A, negative. B, positive. C, 0. D, fixed. The answer is B. It is positive. It is what? Positive. We now proceed. 28. The relationship between the cost of living and the standard of living is dash. You know we have your standard of living and your cost of living. The relationship between the cost of living and standard of living is dash. A rise in cost of living gives a corresponding rise in standard of living. That means if your cost of living rises, your standard of living will also rise. B. A lower cost of living gives a higher standard of living. A lower cost of living gives a higher standard of living. C. A lower cost of living gives a lower standard of living. D. None of the above. Let me ask you the question again. The relationship between the cost of living and the standard of living is dash. A rise in cost of living gives a corresponding rise in standard of living. B. A lower cost of living gives a higher standard of living. The answer is B. The answer to question 28 is B. If the cost of things becomes low, then your quality of living, your standard of living will be high. That's why B is the answer. Okay? We now move on to question 29. Remember, if the videos I make are helpful to you, please come under the comment of this video and tell me how the videos I make has been helping you. If truly they have been helping you, give me a testimony. And if there is any type of video you want me to make that I've not been making, let me know. The ordinalist approach of utility postulates that utility can be dash. Pay attention. The ordinarist approach of utility postulates that utility can be dash. A. Rank. B. Measurable. C. Rise. D. Fall. The ordinarist approach of utility postulates that utility can be A. Ranked. B. Measurable. C. Rise. D. Fall. The answer is A. It can be ranked. The answer to question 29 is A. Ordinarist approach to utility. I've told you, go and study everything about utility, both the calculation and all the rest. Remember that we have done several other videos. And why do I keep doing these videos? I am doing these videos because of one thing. I am convinced that you watching this video can score 300 and above in your JAMB. Claim it in the comment. I am convinced that nothing will stop you from entering school this year. I want you to claim it. I am convinced that even if others score 180, 130 or so, even if others are ashamed of their result at the end of the JAMB exam, you and the members of this YouTube channel cannot be ashamed of your result, because you will enter school this year. You will score 300 and above. If you claim it, come under the comment of this video and type I claim it. Question number 30. The frequent value that occurs most in a data is that. This one has to do with statistics. When you are given a series of numbers, the one that is coming most frequent. The frequent value that occurs most in a data is dash. A. Median. B. Mean. C. Mode. D. Range. Is it median? Is it mean? Is it mode? Is it range? I am not answering this. This is very simple. The most occurring number, is it called median? Is it mean? Is it mode? Or is it range? I'm giving it to you as an assignment. Come under the comment of this video and tell me what you think is the answer. Look at question 31. Mr. Patrick's income is 900, while that of Mr. Shadoway is 1,003. If Mr. Patrick and Mr. Shadoway pays 90 naira and 130 naira as taxes, the tax system is dash. A. Direct. B. Progressive. C. Regressive. D. Proportional. Mr. Patrick's income is 900 and Mr. Shadoway's income is what? 1,300. If Mr. Patrick's and Mr. Shadoway pays 190 naira and 130 as taxes, The tax system is dash. Is it direct, or is it progressive, or is it regressive, or is it proportional? The answer is D. It is proportional to what they make, right? It is proportional to what they make, because Mr. Patrick is making 900 and he's paying 10% of what he's making, which is 90 naira. Mr. Shadow is paying 1,000, is making 1,300 and he's paying 1/3. That is also 10%. So it's proportional to what each person make. 32. Which of the following is not a type of unemployment? A. Factory unemployment. B. Structural unemployment. C. Mass unemployment. D. Frictional unemployment. Which of the following is not a type of unemployment? You know we have many types. Of course, in Nigeria, it's not something we don't know about. People graduate and there's no job. And that's why I encourage you, even as you are planning to enter school, have it in your mind. You that is studying economics, business person, have it in your mind that we can be into business while stay in school. If you want me to teach you how you can do that, let me know in the comment section. But you must be a registered member of our channel. Which of the following is not a type of unemployment? The answer is A. The answer is what? A. Factory unemployment. We have structural unemployment, we have mass unemployment, we have frictional unemployment. But the one that is not a type of unemployment at all is A. Factory unemployment. Okay. 34. The financial institution known as a building for building, that is for building in society, known for building in society is dash. A. Commercial banks. B. Central bank. C. Mortgage bank. D. Development bank. When we come back in the next part, we will continue from where we stopped. For you to receive free JAMB syllabus, free JAMB past question, and every other thing you might need, you have to do 4 things. Number 1 is to become a member of our YouTube channel. How do you do that? You do that by joining. Click on join. If you don't know how to do that, ask me in the comment section. So go ahead, click on join and join. When you join, you become a full member. You can ask me your questions, you can speak with me, you can chat me up on WhatsApp, and we'll be guiding you until you write your exam. Number 2 for you to do is go ahead and like this video. Just click on like. Number 3, share this video. Don't forget to share. Click on share. Share this video here on YouTube. Click on share again. Copy the link. Share the link on WhatsApp groups, Facebook group, Telegram channels. Share it to your friends, WhatsApp status, and all the rest. Share it to your friends, your classmates, your enemies. Everybody deserves to get this link. Then finally, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Noble Tutorials. When you subscribe, come under the comment of this video and type I have subscribed. Come under the comment of this video and type what? I have subscribed. Once I see you type I have subscribed, I will chat you up and send all those materials you need to you, and you will now become a full member of our channel. I'm leaving for you a very crucial video on the screen. Tap on it now and watch next.